Hi guys, today on my shed project I'm going to fit the anthracite D-flow guttering. Some of the things that I'm going to be using today is basically, this is a running outlet, and as if you can see, it does say to the line, meaning that with these, the guttering, when you clip it in, it should be to the line. There's two holes there for a reason, basically for screws to screw it and hold it in place. You're going to need a union if you're going to use more than 1 4-meter length. Again, there's holes in there. You must always put screws into the holes just to hold it in place, stop it from traveling from left to right. Again, if you can see, you've got to the line. That's where your guttering should come to. No shorter than that. You don't want it just sitting there, because if you do, it's going to leak. A 90-degree bend, a gutter bend, again to the line for a reason, or to these bits here. You push the guttering up to there. You're going to need your offsets, your 45-degree offsets to the downpipe. You're going to need a stop end and some brackets. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to fit my brackets first. With these tiles, the double Romans, I tend to go every 2 tiles. Basically every 2 tile is 600. To me, I think that is enough. So I've worked mine out because I've got 15 tiles. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start from here with a little gap there. By the time I get to the other end, there'll be a small gap as well. But I'll go half, 1, half, which is basically 600 again. So my first one, I will screw here, making sure it's flush with the top of the fascia board. Then what you want to do is get your string, put it over so you've got it like a loop. You can see that. Basically, when you do start bringing it over, making sure it's facing forward and it's not, and it is sitting on the bracket and not on what you've just wrapped over on the string. I know my fascia board and this building is completely level, spirit level wise. So what I'm going to do is I will bring my next bracket down about 10 mil. Always make sure you put 2 screws in each bracket, not 1 but 2. Then take your string and basically pull it tight and then wrap it round. Just find somewhere to put that. Basically, I've dropped that one down 10 mil to give it the gradient, so when the water does come off the roof, it will run down the guttering and to that end. So as I said earlier, my spacings is every 2 tiles, but I've kept it away from the end, so it'll be half, 1, half, which works out to 600 mil, whether it's like that or 2 tiles together. So when you put your next bracket on, you've got to make sure that this bit here is just touching the string. Again, when you push the bracket up, just make sure it's just touching the string. So when you do pull it down, you don't see the string moving, but it is flush on top. Once you've got all your brackets on, take the string off. If you do this by eye, it just looks like a roller coaster, the brackets. I don't agree with going along with the tape measure. I think the best way to do it is using a string. You're guaranteed then to get a straight gradient instead of looking at guttering looking like a theme park. Next thing is you're going to need a stop end and your length of deep flow guttering. First of all, when you do get it on, just make sure that your felt is sitting on the inside of the guttering. Get your stop end, basically make sure it's clipped round the back, and then gently ease it over. Try not to snap it into place because it will cause the lip to just spring off. Make sure that your dry verge is completely flush, and then just push your guttering up to it. Because basically you want it sitting there, more stability. You don't want it sitting just on your seal because it will come loose and it will leak. So basically lift up your guttering, bring the guttering to the line, and then once just ease it into place gently, and then just push it up to where it should be sitting, and then just pull that back into place. Because I'm fitting a 90-degree bend, gutter bend, I know that when I'm measuring for the extra piece, I measured from the line inside the union. I know that that part there is this corner here, this lip here. So basically when that's there, what I need to do is get my tape measure, put it to the line on the inside of the union, and then just basically whatever it is on the end to the end of the fascia board is my length for my guttering, which is 21 3/4 inches. So 21, if you'll ever stay on, 21 3/4. I use my jigsaw to cut this. A lot of people will be comfortable using a handsaw. I like to use my jigsaw with a blade that cuts mild steel, and for aluminium I do find it gives a better cut. Doesn't want to cut that end. So yeah, get your 90-degree gutter bend, basically slot it in, ease it over, and then basically bring it to those so it's completely level. Oh, by the way, my guttering, and the only guttering I'll ever use, is Flowplast. I won't use anything else. One of the reasons being is the joints are a lot bigger, like the union. The unions are a lot bigger than most makes, and everything clips in very tight. So once you've got your 90-degree gutter bend on, basically slide it in, making sure it's clipped in at the back. Once it's clipped in, just ease it over slightly, and once you know you've got that level, there is a screw hole. There's a hole in the back for a reason, and that's basically to put a screw in to hold it in place. If you don't put a screw in, this union will travel backwards and forwards. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this bit round here and do the downpipe part separately. So take your outlet, your running outlet or your outlet for the downpipe. Right. You think with a pouch I'd have everything in there. So to fit this, what I'm going to do first is I'm basically going to put these two together, and then from that there to the other one that's on the corner of the 90-degree bend, this part here, I'm going to measure from one end to the next, which is 4.5 inches. So I'll cut that now, get that clipped in, get it screwed. why it keeps doing that, because I've cut this a million times only on camera. So again, get it to the line and then ease it over. Making sure they're both on those. And then basically slot it into the running outlet. And then there's a screw either side. Do use screws on both, just to make sure that it doesn't move. Just need to cut a piece and then put another stop end in, and then we're done. And it's just starting to rain again. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a stop end on and basically measure from there. I already know what the measurement is for these. Which is 5 inches. Just cut this piece and then get stop end on. Make sure that when you do cut it, you do scrape all the bits off. And basically just again make sure it's sitting behind on the clip, and then just ease it over slowly and carefully. And just clip it into the back of the outlet. And then ease it over again. Like and subscribe. It is going to a good cause, as I always keep saying. This is how you fit it.